I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL, thanks for joining me. If you like smooth, sensual, well-blended fragrances that could get you some compliments, then I think you'll like this beauty from Sunnamusk. Stay tuned. This video is sponsored by Sunnamusk, but of course, as always, you'll be getting my honest opinion. The brand reached out, asked if we could do something together, so I said, could you send me samples of your range? Which they did. I picked out my favourite, which is Wood De Amber, and this is the fragrance I'll be focusing on in today's video. So just in case you're not familiar with Sunnamusk, let me give you a bit of background information. The brand was started over 10 years ago when two brothers started selling fragrances out of the back of a van on Whitechapel Market, and over the years they've grown and grown, and now they own several stores across the UK. So those two eager young lads have done really well for themselves. I love stories like that. So I really enjoyed checking out the fragrances from the brand. The one that aligned with my tastes the most was Wood De Amber. So let's start off by taking a look at the bottle and the notes. Notes in this are apple, white pepper, lavender, cardamom, cedar, orris, amber, patchouli and woody notes. When I first spray this, it's very clear that it's a smooth and well-blended fragrance. And one of the things I get, first of all, is this nice green apple accord, which seems to combine with a nice cooling, spicy cardamom. And I feel that when cardamom is used in fragrances, it's used to create this sensual, mass-appealing character. And I think combined with the apple, it certainly does that. And I also find that cardamom always gives you a great initial projection. It seems to jump off the skin and carry off all the other notes into the air for people to smell and enjoy around you. So it has this pleasing, sweet, spicy opening pop that really jumps off the skin nicely. I'd say after about 30 minutes, that nice green apple accord seems to just settle into more of a fruity, creamy sort of smell, which blends with the woods beautifully. And at this stage, I'd say the cardamom has faded a little bit more into the background. You can still smell it, but it's not quite as prominent. And I think for that reason, the scent isn't projecting quite as much as it does in the opening. But overall, it dries down to be this nice, sweet, spicy, woody, ambery type of smell. It's a very easy to wear, rich, sensual fragrance. And I think maybe the reason this was my favourite out of the ones that the brand sent to me was because it reminds me of two of my favourite fragrances. The first one is Tom Ford's Oud Wood, just a stunning scent that will always be one of the favourites in my collection. And it doesn't smell exactly like that, but the opening reminds me a little bit of it. You get the spices, you get the woods and the cardamom. I even get this sort of slightly clean medicinal oud accord like you get in Oud Wood, even though there isn't any oud listed in this. There are woody notes, so you know, maybe that's what's causing the similarities to Oud Wood, just a little bit. And then the other fragrance that this reminds me of is Parfums de Marly Layton. I think it's probably the apple and the cardamom and the woods. So it's not exactly like either of those, but it's just to give you a bit of a reference point so you've got an idea of what sort of scent this one is. Oud Wood and Layton just happen to be two of my favourites and two of my most complimented fragrances. So if a scent comes along and it can combine elements of two of my most complimented fragrances, then I'm definitely here for it. Performance is good. I get 1 to 2 hours of initial projection. It's fairly decent. It's not going to fill a room. It's not going to own a room. It's not going to choke anyone out, but you know, it's a good, decent projection, especially with that cardamom and the apple pinging off in the first half an hour to an hour. And then as it dries down, it progressively does get a bit closer to the skin, but for around 7 to 8 hours, which is about the overall longevity, I'm getting nice wafts. So overall, I think performance of this is good. This is a rich, sensual and inviting fragrance. So for me, the best situation to wear this would probably be a date night or a night out, or really just any time you want to smell good and you want to smell expensive and sophisticated. I think probably autumn is the best season to wear this, although I think it is that type of DNA that you could get away with wearing it all year round. But for me, I think it would really excel in the autumn. Now let me talk about the price, because that's one of the best things about this fragrance. It does come off as a high quality niche fragrance when you look at the presentation and when you smell the scent as well. You can pick this 50ml bottle up for £54, which I think is a great price. And when you just look at the overall presentation, it's a nice bottle, nice cap on there, nice label. I think it's all done really well. Even the box feels expensive and niche quality. So I think all things considered, £54 for a presentation that looks as good as this and a scent that smells as nice as this, I think that's good value. So, love Wood De Amber, right up my street, really pleased to have it. But Sunnamusk did say, could we send you another fragrance as well? And I was having a hard time deciding which of the fragrances I would also like. And in the end, I decided on Victory. Now, this is Sunnamusk's version of the Aventus DNA. Let's just be open about that. It does smell very much like Aventus. Why did I ask for this fragrance? I'm kind of asking myself that question because I've got Aventus, I've got so many other versions of Aventus. Why would I need another one? Well, there's a couple of reasons. It just works so well off my skin. I really enjoyed it. It's very fruity in the opening. It dries down to have this nice woody smokiness. So it just worked really well for me. And I thought, you know, I would wear that a lot. I think I would maybe even reach for it over the original Aventus because I think I got better performance off this one. And the other reason I requested this was because I wanted to bring it to the attention of you guys, because I think the price on this is fantastic. It's £40 for 100ml. I think that's good value. You're talking Club de Nuit Intense Man sort of prices with that, which is a very popular sort of version of Aventus. I would say I prefer this to Club de Nuit Intense Man. I think this is a smoother version. This is definitely my preference and probably one of the best Aventus style fragrances that I've smelled. So if you want a good version of Aventus that isn't going to break the bank, £40 for Victory is a good price. Okay, so there are my thoughts on Sunnamusk, and in particular Wood De Amber and Victory. Love both of those. They come highly recommended from me. Let me know if you've had experience with Sunnamusk. I'm sure a few of you out there must have. And if you haven't and you want to know what these smell like, stores are open now, so you can go and visit them at one of their sites. I think they have a few sites down in London, and then they do have a site in Birmingham and one in Manchester. So if you're nearby one of those places, then try and get down to the store. Do go and pay them a visit, have a chat with them, see what they've got to offer, because I think you are getting some good quality fragrances for good prices. Okay, that's it from me on this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next one.